Hey everybody, welcome to my new channel. I'm going to use this channel as sort of a podcast slash really just kind of thought output type channel. So we'll talk about the industry, we'll talk about, obviously comics, we'll talk about illustration, tutorials, I might even do some reviews. But first, let's kick this off with a quick sketch on a comic book backing board. All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, right here, start with some really, really loose pencils. I'm not going to tighten up the pencils too much because this is just a quick sketch. And then I'm going to apply some inks. The character that I am drawing is Ted Cord, the second Blue Beetle. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Ted Cord, he is a character created by Steve Ditko for Charlton Comics. Charlton Comics was then bought out by DC Comics in the, early 80s, and then integrated into the DC universe. He's kind of a Batman-esque type character using gadgets to fight crime. He's always been one of my favorites, and especially since I am here in Connecticut and Charlton Comics was originally from Connecticut, so it's kind of a little bit of a pride thing for me. So also, he just looks really cool, you know? He's got the yellow goggles, the two-tone blue suit. Very cool stuff. I'm also kind of doing this because as of this recording, Free Comic Book Day is coming up in a couple of weeks, and of course I've been invited to a comic book shop to hang out for the day, do some sketches and everything, and I wanted to do some sketches that would not take too long. I think this entire sketch maybe took me around 20 minutes at the most. I did add a little bit of an extra at the end. I added the Charlton logo, so that took another 10 minutes just because I was trying to figure it out. But these things don't go too quickly. Now I'm adding in the inks with Pigma Micron markers, which I like them. They're pretty good. They're pretty decent standard. I also do use Copic multiliners, which I do enjoy as well. What's nice about the Copic multiliners is that they are actually refillable, so it's kind of nice that you're not. I don't know. I don't know how much more, how much cheaper in the long run they actually are, but they work pretty well as well. Plus, they're in like a nice metal body, which is really cool. Yeah, so I might go ahead and do some reviews on both the Microns and the Copic multiliners at some point as well. That's kind of my goal for this channel. My goal is kind of to, I don't know if I'll do tutorials necessarily, but it's to kind of give a video version of a podcast a shot, maybe talk about a few pressing issues with the comic book industry that I have, or successes, or just to give, again, like reviews, and also kind of show off just some sketching. I've always liked to kind of tune into some of the YouTube channels that just do sketching, and it always motivates me. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. God, as I rewatch this little sketch that I'm doing and doing the voiceover for, I can't help but to think, why have we not gotten just a cool, like, almost buddy cop type series starring Ted Cord and Booster Gold? I would love to see that. It'd be a great comedy. One's in it for fame, one's in it for the money. It's wild to me, especially since DC Universe streaming service is now out, and we do have things like Doom Patrol of all teams, and we've got, I think, Swamp Thing. They just released a cool Swamp Thing trailer. Why not? why not a blue and gold series, you know? A little bit of time hopping and just the antics, you know? Speaking of which, blue and gold, one of my favorite Booster Gold and Blue Beetle stories, written by Jeff Johns. Incredible. I would say if you have the ability to pick it up, or even jump on Comixology and grab it. It's not that expensive. It's just a really good, fun story. Where the premise is Booster Gold wants to go back in time and save his friend Ted Cord, who had, I guess, spoiler alert, he passed away. He was shot, and he just wanted to have a little more time with his best bud. So it's Booster Gold and all of the Blue Beetles kind of going through time and fixing their own screw-ups. Just a really, really cool, fun story, and very good ending, very good closure, very, you know, I mean, Jeff Johns knows what he's doing, you know. But as this is my first video ever, I don't really have too much more to say, so you know what? I'm going to let the rest of this play out and just let you guys enjoy the rest of the sketch. I will check in with you all at the end of the video and kind of give you my send-off. See you then. Okay, everybody, and that is it. There's the final product. Ted Cord, the second Blue Beetle, with the old Charlton Comics logo in it. Afterward, I did go back in and added some color to the Charlton Comics logo, and just some cheapo, quick Sharpie marker, red and blues. So thanks for checking out my channel. I'll have links to my social medias in the description below, at the Rich Smith Robot across social media, and if you want to drop me a line, the Rich Smith Robot at Gmail. See ya.